name is Perry. I'm an alcoholic. I don't know what to say. You pretty much said it all. That's my story, too. Except for elevators, I used to turn them off and get high in them. A couple of them had alarms that didn't work too well. Did I say I was an alcoholic? You know what? I'm a miracle, too. I'm blown away by my life today. I came in this room. I'm nervous, so let me get that out of the way. That's some drinks. Last time I downed it, but that's pretty much how I drank. Just a moment here. I have a great life. I don't know what's, you know. Did I mention I had a drinking problem? Actually, a living problem. People problems, place problems, things problems. Everything was a problem. It was always everybody else's fault. My father, too, was an alcoholic, and unfortunately, he didn't get this program. He died 17 years ago. He died drunk. And I like to think that, you know, he's looking on me and checks in on me now and then. Hey, Gerald, how you doing? And I'm just blown away by this program, really. A lot of you know me. You see me when I came in. I had 2 black eyes, which I deserved because I was a very abusive guy. And thank God I'm not like that today. Thank God I'm standing in front of you right now. When the police go by, I don't have to get all paranoid. I could actually wave to them. Hey, I saw the president today, believe it or not. I work in a very fancy hotel, which is a miracle for somebody with my record. Okay, statistics: 7 DUIs, 2 burglaries, a drug charge, and a domestic violence. And you know, I worked through a program. I went through a program that I'm so glad that they have. It's in Santa Monica, a place called Chrysalis. I was homeless. Let me back up. I was homeless. I was living in the bushes by the freeway. I was getting high in elevators. That was one place. I lived in a box under my drug dealer's house one time, his parking. But 22 months ago, let's see, in October it'll be 2 years I've been saved by this program, by the grace of God and this program. That's another thing that just blows me away. When I wake up in my own apartment, Susie and I, our apartment, in our own bed, with our own bills, it's cool. You know, I dig it. I wake up today and I'm just glad to wake up. It just blows me away. I got promoted at work. I was a temp. I went through this organization called Chrysalis, which helps people get back into the workforce. Stayed in a shelter, went through a program. I did a year program for the domestic violence, which I'm glad that God turned my life around that way, because I was not a nice guy. Today I'm a nice guy. That's cool. I'm not the same person. I'm blown away. There's a lot of new people here tonight. I want you to know, if your life is unmanageable, if you can't stop drinking, you are in the right place. Wow. I tried getting sober for many years, as you know, with 7 DUIs. You're familiar with AA. And when I was locked up one time in Bakersfield, and I used to go to AA just for something to do. It's because it was kind of, you know, we're sober. We're in jail, but we're sober. Have to be sober anyways, but. Well, actually, that's not true. We made Pruno once. Actually, you know what? I'm not here to entertain you, but I'm glad that we can share laughter. But I just want to tell you that life is beautiful. It's just so awesome. You know, my sponsor told me, he says, you can do anything here. You really can. I went back to school. I finished that. I went to a summer's class. I've always wanted to take acting, and it was fun. You know, I got to act like somebody else, and then, you know, when the class is over, I knew who I was. Didn't have to pretend. I don't know where I'm going with this. Life is just so good, I can't tell you. My sponsor said that I can do anything I want to do, and he said that I would be amazed if before I was halfway through the steps. And you know, he said that, and I was like, yeah. And about 2 weeks later, it's just, things just started changing, you know. Getting back to this job, I was sweeping floors for this agency last year. I just did what was in front of me. I'd go to work as a temp. I worked for a few of the guys in the program, which I'm grateful for. Let me tell you something. There's this one, never mind, I don't want to talk about that, I'm sorry. But if you're not working a program and you're sober, your life's going to be shit. Because I worked for somebody like that, and it was not fun. But I went back to this place, and they sent me on this assignment to this hotel, and they don't hire people like me, you know. I went through 3 interviews with 4 people, and I was able to tell them. First thing I want to tell you is I'm an alcoholic, but I'm a sober alcoholic, and I work the 12 steps, and I have a sponsor, and I've been sober. My life is not like what it used to be, and it blew. You know, I was at this point where I get this job or not, it doesn't matter, because I'm still doing what's in front of me. And I got the job, you know, and it's like a week ago, and now I'm like I am the packaging department for this hotel, and it's pretty cool, you know. And there was a raise, you know, which is really great. You got an employee ID, which I really do. You want to see it? You know, I used to envy people that had IDs for stuff. I mean, I didn't have a current ID for years. I still haven't got my driver's license back yet, but that's okay. You know, they paid for my bus pass for work, so that's cool. I went and seen my daughter, who I hadn't seen in 14 years, a month ago. These are all just miracles. Let me tell you, they're miracles. For an abusive relationship that I was in, and I was the cause of the abuse. You know, I take responsibility for that today, and I don't live like that anymore. For that relationship to survive, and for both of us to be sober, that's a miracle. You know, it's just, I'm blown away. I really am. I'm not broke, because I didn't go blow my money out on the weekend. I was down at Venice Beach today, and I mentioned to somebody, I said, the last time I was here, I was crawling out from between the Venice Pavilion, and I just been up all night smoking crack cocaine, and I had the shake so bad, and I had like a few $100s in my pocket the night before, and here it was, I was trying to get 75 cents to get a beer, which I managed to get, but it was just taking a shower with somebody's water hose, you know. And God, it's not like that today. It's just not like that. I love this place, you know. I love the Marina Center, you know. The people here, if you stay here, your life's, all you new people, if you just stay here, that's what somebody told me, just stay here, your life will get better, and hang with the winners, the people that are living their lives, that are living in the solution and not the problem. I haven't gone all the way through all 12 steps, but I'm in my 8th now, so, and that's okay, you know. We all work our own program here with our sponsors. Every one of us sitting in this room is a miracle, you know. And if you want to chance it and go out and drink, you know, and I've known a few people to do that, they're not happy. They're really not happy, and some are dead. Yeah, I got brothers and sisters that drink, and they're not happy. They're just, you know, and I can't force this program on them or anything, but I can just love them, and I can, you know, when we do our moment of silence for the alcoholic who still suffers, I think of them, and I think of other alcoholics who still suffer in and out of these rooms. God, life is just so good. I mean, I never thought I would like to go to work. I used to hate it. I used to hate getting up in the morning. Now I get up an extra half hour earlier just so I can be there early, and to be of service. And I've had a lot of you people here tell me treat it like a meeting. I was nervous going to this class. There's a lot of kids there. I'm not a spring chicken, but I still got a couple of hairs on my head, so I just shine. I've got a great relationship with a woman that I love very much, and we never get into each other. It just blows me away. We don't argue. We used to fight a lot. We don't argue. I still think about drinking. I'm not gonna lie. The other day I was on the bus on my way home from work, and a guy had started an argument with somebody that was on the bus, and he was drinking, and the guy finally got off the bus. I struck a conversation up with the bus driver, and I was on my way to cash my check, as a matter of fact. Drink always sounds good on a Friday, and you're ready to cash your check, and life is good. New job, everything's going great. I got talking to the bus driver, and he goes, "Are you a friend of Bill's?" And I go, "Yeah." And it's just amazing how that just popped up, the bus driver, The guy's carrying the message to me, He's been sober 5 years. His wife has been sober 7. It's just, I'm blown away, These little miracles. It's the little things that piss us off, so we need little miracles to keep us happy, I guess. I don't know. The big things we already know are tragedies, so we just look for the little things that bug us, We're very fortunate here. I'm not a circuit speaker. This is like my 3rd time speaking, I think, 3rd or 4th time. But it's a far cry from living by the side of the freeway, having Caltrans cut your house down. That actually happened once, but they were nice. They said, "Hey, you guys just leave, and we'll leave your stuff there. You can come back and get it later." And that is kind of funny, But and I never planned on being an alcoholic, I just grew up and drinking was just a rite of passage for me. I have older brothers. We all hung out. I grew up here in Culver City. I grew up in the projects in Culver City, and it was just a thing to do, hang out with the guys and drink beer through a funnel, beer bonging and stuff. And I loved it, I loved all that stuff. Hanging out with bikers, and then there's this one guy, he had like 2 seconds, and I was like really close. But you look at where these people are today, you don't know. I hear every once in a while there's a friend of mine, John, that comes here and he'll say, "Hey, so and so that we grew up with." And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, he's dead, man. He's like 30. It's my age, 38, 39. Died drinking. It'll kill you. It's a deadly disease. It doesn't care who you are. I don't know when exactly I crossed the line, or if you want to even argue. I don't even question my alcoholism, whether it's a disease or whether it's not, whether it's this, whether it's that. I just know that my drinking was unmanageable, that my life was shit. But it's not like that today. What happened was, I'd been trying to get sober, and then one last time, Susie and I, my girlfriend Susie and I, we were in a hotel, and we were back and forth, and she had decided to quit doing drugs, and she wanted to come down, and she called me up, and I went over and stayed with her. We finished all the drugs, we were out of the money. Basically, that's what well, I probably finished them for her, but that's just the way I was. I was scandalous. I didn't want just mine. I wanted everybody else's too. More. But I had been trying to get sober really for like a year or about a year, and we had wound up together. And this is where I believe in miracles. We were in the Stearns Motel right over here, and we were out of ideas, out of money, and Susie mentioned, "Hey, why don't we go over to that meeting where you used to go to, and we'll have some coffee and a donut." And that's what brought us back here that day or whatever. And it was her son's birthday, and you know, I looked over. I knew I was an alcoholic, but I couldn't tell her that she was. But I heard her say that, you know, she was an alcoholic, and it's just like, yeah, so am I. Wow, it was just like that, admitting that first step, admitting that we have a problem. And I just don't, here it is, 22 months later, I'm out of the shelter. My life is just so different now, you know. I go around smiling most of the time, and I'm not faking it, you know. It's just, it's awesome. So if you be new, if you are new, stay here, and just do what everybody else does around here that lives in the solution, you know. And with any place, with any group, anywhere you go, there's going to be people that gossip. There's going to be people that think they know the idea, think that they have the answers. The answers are in the book. That's where the answers are. The program is in the book. Everything is in the book. The rest, file away for the future or whatever. That's my opinion. The rest of this is my experience. My strength is coming here and sharing with you and hearing you share and seeing your lives change. And my hope is that God will just, you know, I know that God will take care of me. I know it. He just has. And I don't question anything. I used to analyze and question everything. Now I just do it, you know. Going to see my daughter after 14 years, you know, that's a miracle. It wasn't just like I showed up after 14 years. It was, you know, I started with she had contacted me. Her mother had contacted my mother, and then we talked, and she knew that I was sober, and she says, well, I want you to be sober a little longer before you get back into Rachel's life. And I totally understand that. And I used to blame her for taking her from me. Well, when she took her from me, I was living in Bakersfield, and I was hanging out with criminals, because I was a criminal. And I totally understand that. And I don't blame anybody for anything. And I'm glad that I'm an alcoholic, because I have this. I have this. I have you. It's just miracle after miracle after miracle. And I'm just very grateful, you know. And I don't want to lose my gratefulness. I don't want to forget what it was like. And I just want to share that with you, that it does work. Once again, I can't emphasize to all you new people enough. If you want that life back out there, it's there waiting for you. But just stay here a while. Just give it some time. Make a commitment to yourself, and life will change. It will change. Just do what's in front of you. Get a sponsor and do the steps. And just share your life with us, because it works. It really does work. And with that, I just want to say thank you for my life.